What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of LOLTreeNA Season 3. My name is G, alongside Lucha and Johnny again. We're running it back. We're doing the high five, this time the butterfly effect of the Hogan era. So 5 things we wish we could erase and then let the dust settle where it may. I want to thank you guys for watching, giving this a chance, even if this is the green medicine isn't your thing. Ah, shit, Hulk Hogan! Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I had to do it. I couldn't help myself. Let's enjoy this. Lucha, in honor of this week's episode, the butterfly effect, what would you erase from last week's episode?
Honestly, dog. Honestly, nothing. Everything was cool on my end. What about you? What do you think about?
No, the same, man. I really enjoyed everything. I wouldn't change a thing. Johnny?
A boner.
Why'd you deliver
TNAIW presents LOLTreeNA, the 5 things we would erase from the Hogan era. We are nonsense.
And now we start the show. Oh wait, I just said it out loud. Well, I guess I could, yeah, it still works, right? Alright. So butterfly effect Hogan, we did the positive side, so now we can really lay it in. I got some very specific ones, so I think we're not going to agree as much as last time. I think we'll come to a 5 eventually. But, we'll see where we land. You want to keep it how we did last week? You want to start with Lucha? Name the first one here.
When I got my list together, one of the very first things that came to my mind was one man, Sean Morley. Like, I'm mad my man is here trying to invent fucking dad porn 10 years before it was a thing. Like, bro, get out of here. We don't want to see you back here playing strip poker with the beautiful people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pal penis.
Well, you don't have to be there. You can leave.
Is that inappropriate? Should I delete that? All right.
The big Val Smokski.
Yes, there we go. Let's change it. All right.
See the Big Val Smokski.
Smokski. I don't know how to spell it. I have been listening to his thing with this dude, this British dude does a podcast. I really enjoy him, man. He does the one with Dutch, but he did one with Val Venus, and it's actually pretty good. Val Venus is a character. I've never heard the word doobie said in the shortest amount of time than listening to that interview, but.
Does it sound as erotic as I'm thinking it does because it's Val Venus?
Everything, you're dead on, dude. Everything sounds dirty when he talks. And I don't know if it's a nostalgia thing or just his voice, but it just sounds like...
Yeah, I was rolling a fat one.
A
doobie. I stuck it in the lighted.
Hello. Yeah. Weird. I don't have...
hit the bowl.
I didn't have Val Venus, but that yeah, it makes sense, man. Coming out beating Daniels. Daniels being Daniels. What a shit show. Yeah. I do remember, though. I remember the ramp being up because I remember the fans being, like, level, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. But I feel like they were level to that because that's the same time that Anderson debuted, the same night.
Yeah.
People were pissed that he beat Abyss, yeah.
The whole, the WCW 92 ramp, as I call it, which I actually fucked with that.
I like it here and there, yeah. It's nice. Johnny, what do you got for us?
I would axe the whole AJ Styles impersonation of Flair.
Okay. I'm going to quick jump on that because I got that too, but I just have AJ's robe. Like, that's very specific. So,
yeah.
So, AJ Flair in general.
Swimming in it. I feel like the ropes just aren't his thing.
Rick Styles.
The
phenomenal boy.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, I was trying to piece together his music. It's like every time I try to think of his current music, "Get Ready to Fly" just pops in, and the lyrics to that, like someone's like all over the place. I love AJ. Love you guys. All right, saving. All right, so yeah, that was one of mine. So since we're named, well, no, that's a character thing. I'm just gonna get the obvious one out of the way because I mentioned it last episode. Bubba the Love Sponge. I want nothing to do, and everything that goes with it. So Kong would still be employed with TNA from that point forward. We're not just getting Taryn Terrell versus Gail Kim. Full circle here. We're also getting Kong versus Terrell. That would just be such a good trio.
And then we would have got Mickey versus Kong too, which would have been dumb.
Mickey. Oh yeah, yep. All in that era. Tara, right? I think she might have had one go with her. I'm not sure though.
Kong versus Madison when Madison was retiring motherfuckers left and right.
Right. Yeah, because she had it for. I feel like we saw Madison versus Kong. No, maybe that's later. I'm not sure.
I feel like we saw it when Madison was a jobber.
Okay.
She wasn't like, you know what I'm saying,
She
what
wasn't
she
Madison.
was, and yeah.
Okay.
No. 9-time world champion and graduate of the Heart Dungeon, according to Don Callis.
Yeah. Lucha, what do you got for your next one?
Okay, so I know we talked about the going to the 4 sides from the 6 sides last week, but TNA also kind of lost their identity as a whole, man. Like, there weren't much TNA didn't have the TNA-ness. It didn't feel very TNA-y.
So you're saying 4 sides?
Not the 4 sides, just the essence of TNA. The TN essence.
Okay. I have 4 sides on my list. I put it on the positives, but you know. So WWE Light?
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Sorry.
When I spell light, I spell it like
doing
that.
things.
That's what I spell light like. All right.
Okay.
Johnny, what do you got, man?
So I definitely doubled up on. Wait, what are we talking about? Yeah, Bubba. Yeah, Bubba Loves Sponge. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about enough about that asshole. That guy sucks. What a waste. I silver lining of everything, but what a human being. What a turd. As Kazarian would say.
Tag along.
Like I said, man, someone had to take a stand
He-
and go down for the cause, and I appreciate the fact that Kong was the one to do it.
Yeah, but if he was never brought in the first place, we wouldn't have any of that. So
That's also true.
So that's the way I'm going to look at it. And we also don't have, in my eyes, we don't have a Hogan sex tape. So, you know, kills a few birds with one stone, right? That fake Guy Fieri piece of shit. Kind of what a dump.
My bags.
Get my bags.
Get my bags.
Get comfortable. All right, trying to get comfortable here. All this Hogan talk's got me foaming from the crotch.
Oh.
So, wait, Johnny, did you have one?
So I can do. I would delete any Hogan media appearance that didn't mention Impact Wrestling.
So all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So how would we? No media appearance without TNA. Words?
Yeah, like there should be some priority.
No representation
PR.
without. Yeah. No rep. We'll put. That's what I'll put. Yeah. Yeah. My next one's pretty plain and simple. Since we're being on the old negative train a little bit, I'm just gonna delete Crimson from history. I had a real toss up between him and Gunner, but you know, that's what I'm putting. Not from history. He can make his. He could do his own thing. I don't know the dude, except the time he asked me to punch him. I had a picture. It was stupid. I had like a picture of my friend drew a picture of me as a wrestler punching him in the face, so he told me to try it when I asked him to sign it. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, not a big fan of Crimson. That's all. It's just in the forcing of it was that whole push. I think and that's maybe not fair to him. I'm not trying to eat shit here, but or butter it up. But if it wasn't, it was Crimson, Gunner, Matt Morgan and his lifts on his shoes, AJ's flair. It was just so many Hogan.
So you weren't rocking with Crimson being Amazing Red's big brother?
No, I did not like Papa Red. No, I'm not it wasn't. That's not how I do it.
Okay, so what about when they were teasing the Mafia to come back and he was like the Mafia rat?
I can say with honesty and a clean soul when I say this. I know this is I feel this in my heart. There is not one moment of television that I enjoy with Crimson on it. Period. That is my mountain. I'm standing on firmly. There's nothing.
That's how I feel about Sonny Siaki.
Whoa! Well, that blew my mind. I never knew it was like that. And when I went back and listened to our last show, you mentioned that every episode you mentioned Sonny Siaki, and I was like, damn, okay, makes sense. Damn.
I'm not
Sonny
like
Siaki.
even when Sonny Siaki was in the Flying Elvises, like kayfabe, I didn't like this motherfucker because he was fucking up the Flying Elvises.
Sonny
And
Siaki.
then after he became, Sonny Siaki on his own, I was like, man, fuck Sonny Siaki.
Johnny, who's
To
your
this
guy?
day.
What?
Who's your guy?
Who's my guy?
Like who's your guy that you would like? Sonny Siaki is his, guy he would erase. And this doesn't have to do with Hogan, just in general. TNA
Oh
era.
shit.
Is there anyone?
Guy.
Not from Hogan era,
oh.
just in general. The history of Impact and TNA. Who's the guy you just never gave your tank is on empty for give a fucks?
Ooh.
I thought it was gonna be controversial.
I don't think so.
Possibly. I feel like I don't know why the first name comes to mind is like Grado.
That's
There
fair.
goes-
That's fair. That's
there goes
fair.
an
Oh,
audience.
poor Grado. But fair enough.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
man.
can only give one honest moment that I had a chuckle from Grado, and that was that match in the World Title Series versus Spud where they did everybody's finishers.
Yeah, God bless him, man. But no, back to this. Crimson, Gunner, Pal. What was the other guy's real name? Murphy,
yeah.
Sorensen. There was a crop of people that they brought in that just had. I hate being so. I'm sure they're good people.
Jay Bradley.
I thought that was a Corgan dude, but maybe that makes sense.
Nah, he won gut check.
Oh damn. Okay.
He
Yeah, he
beat
was
Brian Cage in gut check.
So yes, another series of guys with bad tattoos that just couldn't hang, man. I hate to say it like that. Wonder if he I wonder if he regrets that tattoo. Yeah, yeah, it's my Nash. All right, so let's bring the positivity back up here.
With more negativity.
With more negativity.
Build it up.
They react, right? Negatives and negatives. Yeah.
Go watch last.
I'll allow it. I'll
Yeah.
allow it. I'll allow it.
All right.
I was a strong C+ student in science, so I understood that enough to where I will allow that to make sense.
I failed Earth Science 3 times. 3 times.
Same.
Stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
But that other science, I was kind of on that shit.
Yeah, I didn't like math.
Also facts.
I remember our teacher in math, though, told us that she knew Scott Hudson. I always thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
She was so proud of it. Remember?
You know what I didn't fuck with, and what I would get rid of.
What's that?
How, people want to talk shit about the Hogan era, and they were glad that it was over. But how it ended, with him dragging Dixie up the ramp That was such a bad look.
Yeah, that was bad. Dragon Dixie.
Like
I'm with
that,
it.
you watching moments in wrestling where for a brief second you're like, I don't know if this is real or not.
Yeah,
For like 2 days, I didn't know if that was a shoot or not.
I want to laugh at it, but I still can't get over it. What a dumb moment. Like, what a dumb moment. Ugh.
There were better ways. Like, if you wanted to turn Dixie into the evil bitch that she ended up being,
Right.
there's better ways you could do that. Hogan was face at the time. She could have screwed Hogan. She could have had EC3 drop Hogan on his dome piece.
Dude, there's a lot of great ideas that if just done differently. I was thinking about that too, because the introduction of the four sides, had they done Hogan heel, not off the get, but read the temperature of the room, realized what was going to happen, and made it a Hogan like heel thing, like I'm tearing down the fabric of TNA by doing that. Not bringing the other guys, but if he just that little spin, and I think that's everything with them, man. Like, and maybe even Crimson to an extent. Could just if done differently. He came in with the Goldberg thing, so how are you gonna get? He had a Randy Orton body with a Goldberg streak. It just didn't make sense. They're just, So maybe that's I think the overall general scope of the Hogan era for me. It's good ideas done either half-ass or I can't think of anything right now, but you know what I mean. Tainted is what I want to say. A little tainted. A little taint.
Huge up.
Off the rails. All right. That was a great one from Lucha. Johnny, what do you got?
I've got
2 tickets to paradise.
Oh my god.
Using the Hall of Fame ring in a company storyline that has no rights to that intellectual property. Nice.
Yes. All right, I'll just actually do Hall of Fame ring. Yeah, that's a nominee, man. Yeah, that was the drizzling shits. How embarrassing. Some of the stuff they did. I did, once again, 4 sides. I'm cool with it in the grand scheme of things. But how embarrassing some of the shit they did was so like either copy or that's the big show. We're just trying to ride his coattail kind of shit, man. Oh. Sangriento was birthed because what was the guy who couldn't land? He got botched, man, guy. Sin Cara. Mystico.
Yeah.
Mystico. Because they had just debuted Sin Cara. And I just read that the other day, and I never realized that. And it's timing. Anyways, yeah, no, what a piece of junk. Abyss's ketchup and mustard gear.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna say it, and this might be controversial, but this is my next one, so it kind of bushes together to what we're talking about there. But I can't spell. But it's Joseph Park. Abyss.
The last thing I want to say about the Hall of Fame ring thing,
yeah, tie it in.
was the theme song mashup.
Abyss and American Made.
America, that's what it is.
Like that was that. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Man, good idea. Bad execution. I don't know.
No, that was a bad idea.
Let's try to pause
Fuck
it.
out of here.
Execution to match.
And I like American Made. Don't get it twisted. I'm in the minority that prefer, like, if I have a choice to listen to American Made or Real American,
Yeah.
I'm listening to American Made. Because Real American is depressing as fuck.
Well, I just found out that it was. I just found out on the internet that was it Varsity Club before they left. Rotunda and them were originally using that music, and then they left for WCW, and it went to Hulk Hogan. So it wasn't. It would never have been his music. Butterfly Effect. Yeah, but Hall of Fame ring. Dumps. Joseph Park. Not my bag. Funny moments. Plays well in WWE, it seems. They used that a couple times, right? I just... it ruined Abyss forever. There's no turning back. Even Decay Abyss was beautiful. You know, like
I'm beautiful.
I just there's no recovery. And then he wears that, you know, mask now, or did for a while. I don't know. Not to rag on Abyss. I love Abyss, but this was not it. I just also remember Hogan in the sheets always feeding them that, or on interviews saying when he did mention TNA that they really believe that Abyss could be the next John Cena. And yeah, and I knew shit was about to hit the fan for all. Speaking of that, I'm just gonna lay my next one on us since we're already in a mood. Gotta say it. Gotta go Victory Road. And, you know, what a shit fest.
I mean, yeah, we know how it ended. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But did we go through the rest of the show?
Fair enough. So I'll specify then. The Jeff Hardy main event. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you want to be honest,
You don't agree?
I agree. No, because I'm looking at the card, and the card was kind of.
The whole thing was the shits. I don't remember.
Here we go. Tommy Dreamer versus Bully Ray in a Falls Count Anywhere. Rosita and Sarita versus Angelina Love and winner for the Knockouts tag titles. Matt Morgan and Hernandez in a First Blood. Kazarian, Jeremy Buck, Max Buck, and X Division All-Star Robbie E in an Ultimate X for the X belt. Beer Money versus Inc versus Inc for the tag titles. AJ versus Matt Hardy. Van Dam and Mr. Anderson, and I agree.
All right, so maybe I should change it back to Victory Road 2011. I think I actually listened to Bruce Pritchard's review of that not too long ago, so that does make sense. Because I also remember the Hernandez blood, the obviously the pack of blood or whatever they did, and it really didn't show. Or he had blood on his chest, and then it was on something silly, shenanigans. Nonsense.
That was prime time of me watching TNA pay-per-views in ways that weren't on television, on the computer, on websites.
Oh, gotcha. No, I think we were still watching them together at this point, Johnny, right? Maybe?
What year was this for Victory Road?
Victory Road 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we watched it together.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. All right, you guys got any more for us? Any more Debbie? Totally different energy from the last one, man.
It is. Honestly, no, because like my other ones kind of tie in with certain ones. Like you got Bubba, and then one of mine was him bringing in his homies.
Okay, so maybe we can
the
go...
the Nasty Boys, actually.
We were very specific. No, we weren't really all specific. In there we had like the woo-off and stuff, so we could be specific in this one, or not specific. Do whatever we want. You want to just go to that, or Johnny, do you have more?
I got one. I got one then.
All
I just thought of one.
Okay.
On the flip of James Storm's... on the flip of Bobby Roode's world title run, I would get rid of James Storm's world title run. Because it was only a week. And it was bullshit.
Oh, actually, great transition. And then we'll shoot it to Johnny so we can do our top 5, and he's got one more. But we will be doing an episode, for those of you still with us, where we do the butterfly effect, taking away championship reigns. We have to take 5 wrestlers of the world title picture from the beginning of June 19th, 2002 to now. 5 competitors that erase all of their reigns. It's going to be tough. It's not like these were all shitty. Trust me, it's going to be hard, but stay tuned for that. Johnny, what's your last one there?
So I had a double up earlier when we were talking about Gunner and Pal. I had that on my list.
Gunner
and Pal.
Okay.
That's an option. But separately, granted, I didn't see most of probably his time there, but going back, just picking random episodes from past years, I would probably delete Todd Kennelly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Todd.
Just never really did anything for me.
Yeah, that was weird.
I fucks with Todd.
They just put him in though. I think once again, I'm sure he's great, and I think he does stuff now, but
He was a cool third man.
he wasn't the third man though. He was right dead in the center. He was right between Tenay and Mike, and Taz rather. Tenay and Mike.
Tenay and Mike.
Tenay and Mike. Them getting inducted. I can't wait for Bound for Glory, man. It's gonna be good.
We didn't talk about Claire Lynch either.
Oh, that was during that time, right?
I really enjoyed that. I mean, I enjoyed that in the grand scheme.
Did you laugh at it?
Because you can laugh at it, but it also elevated probably bad influence. Like anything to get them,
Facts. Yep.
Time.
Facts. Yep. That is the positive out of it. That's the way. Yep. That's the way we can narrow these down to. What is there anything that good that came out of it long term where we can narrow it down? I do see kind of a general thing that we can kind of put all together. Maybe even make it number one, even though number one doesn't really mean anything. But just the hirings in general. Bubba the Love Sponge, Val Smokski, Crimson. I don't know, just the hirings, the people that were talking, Nasty Boys. There was some really bad stuff. Todd Kennelly, if you want to put that in there, and you're Aww, sound the violence. So hirings, we got that. What are we going? That's a big, just if we could delete it. Once again, we're deleting some of these things. Do any of those hirings really change the game besides obviously Awesome Kong still being in there? I don't know, but makes television better.
I mean, with all that came Van Dam and Anderson.
Fair. Yeah, there are some good signings that I wish never went away, but I don't like everything that happened because they were there. So yeah, that's fair. Some good hirings. Are we keeping that up there though, and we could just bunch it in as the hirings we're talking about?
Yeah, we can keep it up there. That was just a silver lining thing.
Yeah, no, fair enough. All right,
did you have one more, Lucha?
What'd you say?
Didn't you have one more?
Yeah, Storm.
No, because the ones. Yeah, Storm winning the title.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I forgot about that. It was right in my face.
So 5 things we wish could just be gone. We have to think that
dragging Dixie has to be number. Honestly, I would almost argue that be number 1 and the hirings be number 2.
Yeah, if we were to do top 5, I'm with that. But let's just do just like last week. We'll put them in there, and then we can maybe
just put them there.
Yeah,
and let the people argue.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a bad look.
Yeah. Dixie Drag. The Dixie Drag. It's a new dance. Yeah, no, that's a good one, man. Because once again, that's another mom dance. A broken back, mom dance. Did she break her? She broke her back on that power mom. I like Dixie, but as a character, once again, I would bring Vince Russo back as a character. There's if done right, maybe not as a permanent thing, but I'm down for all returns of these people.
Team Canada vs. Sex, led by Vince Russo.
There you go. Make it work. There's always silver linings. Number 3, I think we just get it out of the way. Victory Road has to be on there, right? Because we're deleting something that people nowadays still can't go back and look at and LOL at TNA at, right? Okay.
I agree.
So we'll put I agree 11. 2011. All right. Now we're looking like DX barbecuing with Hornswoggle font. That's what it kind of looks like to
me. So it's no longer Trey Miguel.
No. All right. What do we else got for the Hulk Hogan jabroni? What else we got? So we got the hirings, the certain hirings, the Dixie Drag. We got the I Agree Victory Road 2011. Wrap this up with 2 more. We got WWE Light. No, you know what, Johnny? I don't know how we can word it, but definitely what you said about the representation. Like, had he just went on stuff and said, "Hey, I work for TNA Wrestling. Come watch it now." There was no proud to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was almost like he would use he would use, you know what I'm saying, his connections to get him with shit, but he won't like outright be, because like that Family Feud spot, that had to be a Hogan thing.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But you never got Hogan, like, why wasn't Hogan on the team?
Yes. Or like, I'm sure it wasn't in the contract, but a team player would go to X, Y, or Z, and that'd be the first thing on my bar underneath. Former wrestler, not former WWE wrestler, or whatever the hell it used to say. So yeah, I'm with that. I don't know if you guys are.
TNA star.
So do we? We don't need a bunch then. I mean, there's two that we can really make here, but we'll just say Hogan no likey. I don't.
Hogan no press. No Hogan.
No love.
Yeah.
He is giving no love to us. Give no love. Yes, we used his name and his likeness, but we didn't get the Hogan rub on the circuit. Okay. And then last but not least, we got one more that we got to add to this. And then we can announce what we're doing next week. 4 sides we like, but the general taking away of WWE, or whatever, WWE light. So just the whole WWE mentioning the whole Hall of Fame ring, that whole cluster. Or does that delete a lot? Should we be more specific and say the Hall of Fame ring?
Oh, yeah.
Lucha's the deep
That's
thought.
pretty
What do you
shitty.
think?
I am. I'm like, what? I almost want to throw Crimson in that bitch.
No, I gotta make good for my honesty earlier. He's in the high rings. We'll put him in the high rings. I think the Hall of Fame ring is we could.
Yeah, because because R.I.P. Abyss, R.I.P. Monster, because that basically
Put him out to
killed
pasture.
our biggest force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys, how you feel about that? Yeah. I think that's pretty damn good. That's pretty fair.
I agree.
All right, if you guys agree, let us know. Thanks for rocking with us all the way through. Make sure you like and hit subscribe. Make sure you tell us what 5 things you would have put, and if you did like our 5, what order you would put them in. Next week, we'll be hitting up superlatives, followed by a really fun game for Halloween episode, the ballad of Lloyd Boner. Stay tuned for more information. But hey, even drop us some superlatives that you would like answered in the comments here. Lucha, Johnny, what do you got?
Yeah, man.
Fair enough. All right, guys.
I've been. We spent this whole episode dipping in the private stash.
Green medicine. Jabroni Hulk Hogan. I hate you. All right.
Jeff all over there looking mad. Lieutenant Loco.
Lieutenant Loco. Corporal Cajun. Major Guns for General Erection. It's been fun, guys. We'll see you next time for TNA Superlatives. Bye, everybody.
Put him in the Campbell clutch. Make him humble.